Planet Dolan.
From getting told by someone's mom to broadcasting a breakup to an entire class, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the worst ways people discovered they were single. I'm Melissa, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by LlamaGirl89. Andy Mations and her boyfriend Adam were together for 2 years before Andy had to move. They kept up their relationship over Skype after that, but one day they both went to a local event, and Andy's best friend was there as well. Andy's friend tried to avoid her, but eventually they started chatting. That's when Adam's little brother came over to them and said, "My big brother's got a girlfriend!" Andy pretended not to know and said, "Who's that?" To which Andy's friend said, "It's me." Apparently, she thought Andy and Adam had broken up already. Andy gave her friend a death stare and walked over to Adam and slapped him. After that, they really were broken up. Number 9 was submitted by Zephora14. When Ramona was in middle school, she was dating a boy who was very close to his mother. Ramona helped him get work at the sandwich shop she worked at. One day he skipped his shift, and Ramona got upset with him. 2 days later, Ramona came over to see him. When she got there, he told Ramona his mother wanted to see her. The boy's mother broke up with Ramona for him because Ramona had gotten upset he had skipped work. He didn't even have the guts to break up with Ramona himself. He had his mommy do it for him. Number 8 was submitted by the Berlin Wall. Spincess had a good relationship with a pretty nice guy named Tolop. Tolop was a jokester and loved to pull pranks and go out with his other friends. They had bonded at a magic show, and it's where they had their first date. Over time, they began growing a little distant, so Tolop recommended another date, something they hadn't done in a long time. Time flew by, and the performance ended. Afterwards, Tolop led Spincess up to the stage and held her hand the whole way. When they got up there, he said, "You want to see a magic trick?" Spincess replied, "Yeah, why not?" So Tolop touched his finger to his nose and said, "Poof! You're single!" Number 7 was submitted by arjethebarge. Gurgak once dated a girl named Melon. One day, after they had been dating about 3 months, Melon was hanging out at Gurgak's house. Gurgak went to use the restroom, but when he was in the middle of peeing, Melon unlocked the bathroom door with a bobby pin. She came up behind Gurgak, pinched the tip of his penis, and started yelling at him for cheating on her with a girl named Mandy. After that, she stormed out and slashed the tires on Gurgak's mom's car. Melon later found out that Mandy was Gurgak's older sister, who had recently moved out. She apologized, but after that stunt, Gurgak wanted nothing more to do with her. Number 6 was submitted by RoseShadedGlasses. Snoopy joined the army to pay off her student loans because she wanted to open a bakery together with her fiancé of 7 years. During boot camp, Snoopy was able to get one phone call home. In that call, her fiancé flat out told Snoopy that her stuff was going into storage and he had found someone else. When Snoopy asked who she was, he said, "It's not a she, it's a he and you don't know him." Snoopy had been with him since high school and all through college and had no idea. Number 5 was submitted by Joseph Jojo5. Spinal Palm was holding hands with his girlfriend Princess Proton when suddenly she said she needed to go to the bathroom. Spinal Palm said okay and thought nothing of it. About 5 minutes later, he saw her sitting under a tree, holding hands with his best friend Salty Squid. Spinal Palm walked over to the tree to say something, but nothing came out. While he was trying to find the words, Princess Proton said, "Go away, Spinal Palm," and walked away. Spinal Palm stood there, alone under that tree, completely stunned. He still thinks about what he could have done differently, but he can't think of anything. He doesn't talk to Princess Proton or Salty Squid anymore. Number 4 was submitted by Orange's Lie 2. One day, Mimi had to go to Florida for a business trip, and she decided to go to the hotel pool. The only other person there was a woman on her phone. After she hung up, Mimi and the woman started talking. The woman was on the phone with her husband, so she started talking about him and got out a picture of her husband and 2 kids. Mimi saw her boyfriend in that picture. She asked the woman about her husband's phone number, and it matched the number of Mimi's boyfriend. Mimi had been dating him for 5 years, the same amount of time the woman had been married to him. They called him together to tell him that Mimi was breaking up with him and that his wife was throwing him out of the house. After that, Mimi and her ex-boyfriend's wife became good friends. Number 3 was submitted by Catastrophe427. When Pandora was teaching a 10th grade class, she had her laptop connected to a projector for an essay. Pandora started texting with her boyfriend, but didn't realize her texts were showing up on the computer screen. Her boyfriend said he wanted to talk about something, and Pandora said, She wanted to see when they could meet his family to talk about getting married. The text message she got back said, "I have found that I prefer your sister and that she likes me. So, we've been fucking for a few weeks. Sorry. But hey, we'll still see each other sometimes for dinner, so that's nice, right?" Pandora didn't realize the entire class was reading the exchange until someone said, "Oh my god, that had to hurt so much. And that timing, oh, ow, so unfortunate. Miss Brown must be so embarrassed." Pandora was already holding back tears when she looked up at the projector screen, cursed very loudly, and ran out of the room crying. Number 2 was submitted by LivingMarshmallow. While in college, Gooby got to date the boy she had the biggest crush on in high school. But one day, he just stopped texting and calling her. After a few days, Gooby went on Facebook and saw he had changed his relationship status and was with another girl. About a month later, Gooby was having Chinese food with some friends when her ex walked into the store. Gooby was upset, but decided to calmly ask why he stopped talking to her. Apparently, it was because the other girl he was seeing told him the baby was his. He said he wanted to be a good dad and didn't want the child to grow up in a broken home. Gooby felt like she dodged a bullet there. And for number 1, the worst way that I found out I was single. I met this guy online, as many 21st century adults do, and we were dating for a few months. I thought we were happy. I deactivated my profile about 2 weeks into the relationship, and then I realized at the 3-month mark, I should probably go in and delete it. When I logged in, I got a notification that my boyfriend was still on the site and very active. In fact, he'd updated his profile just a week earlier. I gave him a call to ask him why he was still on the site, and he said, "Well, I was hoping you wouldn't find out like this, but I kind of want to explore what else is out there." So at that point, we were mutually single. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the dumbest lie you've ever tried to get away with? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. Catch you guys next time.